Hi, I have been summoned yet again. Hey folks, welcome to Scholar About Tarot. Just call me Mayfield, and thanks for stopping by, well, my third study space. It is my, literally my bed. I'm sitting on my bed right now. You have a view of some books and pretty much my entire tarot collection right here. This is where a lot of the magic is happening these days, but that's what you gotta do when you have a newborn. So, yes, welcome to my third study space. So, today, as I've just kind of shown you here, you are getting very, first time mom, low effort energy. So, buckle in for this short, maybe mostly unedited video. We'll see if it is unedited. I might have left some definitions or clarifications in the description below, so just check that out if you care. But a few days before I gave birth to my kid, I was actually tagged by Auntie K's Tarot Insights to respond to hashtag Tarot7Connections. I don't remember precisely what this tag was about, but my previous self left behind a script. So, I mean, it appears that this is one of those get to know your practice types. So let's just dive in a little bit of a lightning round. So, first question, any types of readings that I won't do? I don't read professionally, and it's excruciatingly rare that I ever read for others. However, for both myself and a hypothetical querent, I wouldn't be interested in reading for medical advice. I wouldn't count on a reading to make a decision for a big life event, nor would I really inquire about other people's thoughts or conditions. I do remember other responses to this tag also mentioning that they wouldn't do medical advice or settle like an event, but I don't think I've ever heard anyone drawing the line at other people's thoughts. I've always kind of thought it was a little cringe, to be honest, to encounter posts on the tarot subreddit of a user just asking, what their boyfriend really thinks of them or something like that. Generally speaking, however, I'm not a psychic, nor do I have any confidence in myself to make any assumptions or judgments on a person's situation. So, my job will really be to guide the querent to their own conclusions based off of the cards we pull together and the interpretations that I give them based on the context of whatever spread that we're using. And as I've said in a previous video, I don't really do spectacle. And I would also say that my readings could be redundant to your seasoned tarot user. So if someone who is very well versed in tarot would want to get a reading from me, maybe they'll get like a differing perspective, but really my job is to sort of offer different vantage points of what a single card might mean in the question that is being presented. Next question, is there a card that I identify with? Queen of Cups tends to be a card that I aspire to be, someone who's caring and can be creative and nurturing and inspiring, but I think I'll follow Krista's lead a little bit and share that my birth card is the Strength card. And personally, I used to begrudgingly identify with the Beast. Almost as though I thought I needed to be tamed by outside forces. I'm neurodivergent and didn't find out until much later in life, which definitely helped me wrestle with those insecurities. And as I explored different decks, I found that my favorite strength cards would be those that depicted the figure and the beast either walking alongside each other or as let me see if I can get this word right, amalgamations of the two. So just like a mixture of, the figure and the beast. These depictions kind of reframed my thinking in a way that encouraged me to love and care for the beast inside. Patrick Valenza's Triumphi della Luna is on its way out of my collection, but it will forever have my favorite strength card. It's fierce and gorgeous, and she is content with herself and all the amazing things that she can do. If I could get a print of that card, I totally would. Obviously, I don't have the cards in front of me to show you, but I do remember having an Instagram post. I will make sure I share it in a link below in the description. Next question. Without betraying anyone, is there ever a reading that gave me chills or impressed me? Interestingly, any reading that I've ever given on camera. I'm specifically thinking of the 2 sample readings that I've done for Auntie Kay's Marseille Prendevier and the Lunar Flares Dabi Hawk's review. Those 2 samples were unscripted, as was intended, but both times I do kind of wish I had sat with them a little bit longer and scripted more of my interpretations. Those were some solid fucking pulls. Preferred system of tarot. RWS. I like the pretty pictures, and I feel like they help me a little bit more with readings, but Marseille has been kind of fun to explore every once in a while. Next one. Do I prefer in-person readings, remote, or other? Okay, so hypothetically speaking, if I read for others, I think I would do best with remote readings. I'm pretty well versed with online platforms like Zoom and Discord, and Skype to a lesser extent, if anybody remembers Skype. During quarantine, I worked as a peer educator online and learned some pretty awesome facilitation strategies that could be ported quite decently to an online format if you're willing to make that jump, of course. I was pretty good at making one-on-one, making a one-on-one connection via video call that can still be meaningful and personable, especially in the way that I tend to read. Again, I don't do spectacle, nor am I psychic. I just read the cards to include the querent to take the journey with me. Next question. Besides tarot, are there other oracle systems I enjoy and why? So I'm a secular reader, but sort of. I do use one Lenormand deck, the Black Gold Lenormand, and I can sometimes use playing cards for funsies. I do also have dice that I use similarly to Krista, although I don't use them as a Magic 8-Ball type situation per se. I use them when I have any executive dysfunction that I want to overcome, which is a strategy that I actually learned from. It's a book called The Anti-Journal. I forget who the author is. Again, stuff in the description. But for those of you who struggle with any kind of procrastination, there are a lot of really cool strategies in that anti-journal. Otherwise, a lot of those dice, they're also my D&D dice. I haven't really explored it yet, but I also have geomancy coins and a pendulum. The pendulum is right here. And yes, they are both from James R. Eads. I don't even know where to start with either of them. They're just pretty to look at for now. Next question. What solidified my connection with tarot? I think it's really the routine of it all. Once it became a designated study that I would do each day, I mean, that's kind of when I committed to tarot. I think 2 years later, after I started studying the cards, I could mostly read without the use of a guidebook, and that's when I felt competent enough to say, yes, I am a tarot reader, and that's always reassuring. Unfortunately, for anyone who thinks that they can read tarot immediately, it's a very wax on, wax off type of practice. And even then, once you get the hang of it, you find out that there is actually a lot of value in revisiting a guidebook for a particular deck, because you get a lot more insights, not only from the pictures, but of course from what the author has to say about what they've just curated or created. And final question, anyone I should tag? Well, who hasn't been tagged yet? So I've been a little bit out of the loop. I think originally I put Ninecoin, who's now called, I think, Satu, and Sapling Tarot. No pressure, of course, if they haven't yet done it, but I'm pretty sure both of them may have already posted a VR, so check out their channels for some good content. Also links in the description below. But I swear to God, they were the ones that I was gonna tag before baby happened. I mean, that was my VR, folks. Thanks a ton for watching. I really appreciate it. My baby husband and I are doing great so far. As you can already tell, videos are coming in at a snail's pace for obvious reasons, but I do really hope to continue posting every once in a while. I literally had one video that was recorded before I was induced, and I just posted it, last week? So if you haven't checked that out yet, go for it. It's basically how to get back into your tarot practice. And yeah, hopefully, I'll catch you guys soon. In the meantime, I'll be catching up on some other folks' videos, so if you have any videos on your channel that you'd like me to check out, definitely let me know in the comments. Till next time, folks. Bye.